All right, everybody, welcome to Sideshow number 34. My name is Mingo.
I am Manny.
My name's Sebastian.
And if you've survived the virus this long, congratulations.
Yep.
No, you know what? I'm tired of hearing and talking about it, dude. Like, seriously, today we read a report. Today, we're recording this on the 18th, just for shits and giggles. You should know this. So,
the 18th today.
Today they reported that they found a cure for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same. It was the same thing that killed malaria.
Yeah.
They tried it in Italy. Some major badass doctor, I don't remember what the name was, had done this clinical trial with people, and 100% of the people reacted positive and were virus free.
Yeah, they were cured. 40 out of 40 were cured.
So, I don't know, maybe you're listening to it now and you're standing in line to get a shot, but we told you before, so we're good. We brought it to you.
Yeah, they just said that about an hour ago.
But here's
See, what sucks is that I can't stop hearing about it because I work in a restaurant.
Yeah, dude.
Like today, they closed down our dining room, so we were only taking phone-ins, takeouts, and deliveries.
Dude, today was the first day that I wasn't getting updates every 5 minutes.
Really?
Every hour. Like, the last 2 days have been nothing but this freaking virus and the 6 foot thing and,
yeah, you can stand only 6 feet apart from people. You have to stand 6 feet apart.
Dude, did you see the pictures from the DMV? They took out half of their chairs. They spaced them out so that they're 6 feet apart, dude. Yeah,
fuck.
They can only let in like 24 people at a time.
Oh, shit.
Like, when you have a business, you're not supposed to let people in, more than 10 people at a time.
At a time, yep.
So, like, at one point today, I had to ask somebody to stand outside until somebody else left, and then they could come in.
And they can come in.
Well, see, like, we had that, too, where there were signs on tables that said, this table is temporarily unavailable.
Like, on your job?
In our times of, like, not togetherness, in our times of viral avoidance, we need to keep some of these tables unavailable. So, like, every other table was out of use.
And that's
until they closed down the
actual dining room.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, dude.
And that's what, I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, and so many people are still, like, going out and acting like it's no big deal. And, I get the whole idea of, well, don't let it rule your world. Don't, live in fear. But at the same time,
entire cities are quarantined right now.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So how can you not? Look, dude, Disneyland shut down.
Yeah.
That should be a major hint that this,
this ain't no joke.
Yeah. And I know that here's the stupid part for me is that, they're saying, 100 people have died, some 7,500 cases here in the U.S., which is minuscule compared to how many people live in the United States, right?
Yeah, we have billions.
It's minimal, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're talking about how many people have it and don't know. And how fast did it spread to that? How much faster it can get there if we don't take steps?
And this is good shit that we're doing right now is preventative care, dude. Because, the Surgeon General of the United States said that 80% of the population is probably going to end up getting it anyways. That's
a scary fucking number.
Yeah, and he said that it's the next couple of months is where it's really going to get worse.
Well, they said that it was going to be here for up to, or that this could last up to 18 months.
Oh yeah, you did read that today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I hope that what we just saw about an hour ago, I hope it's true. Because if they did find a cure over there in Italy or France or wherever, I forgot where we saw that at.
The doctor was French, but they found it. They did the trial in Italy.
In Italy, yeah, and it's supposed to be as like the top guy for bacterial infectious diseases or something. As a doctor, that's like the top guy,
right?
And there's the medication that they were using to like kind of cure malaria back in 1991 with the veterans and stuff. So they were using that on, and they went ahead and did the test trials. And 40 out of 40 people got cured from it. And he said that this is like, there was only one cure that was done before 100% was hepatitis C. And coronavirus is now the second cured disease.
That's at 100%.
Yeah. At 100%, yeah. So I'm hoping it's true. And it was actually on Fox News about an hour ago. So
which is, it's a huge, That's a huge number to be able to do that. 40 out of 40.
Yeah.
Especially on the first, trial
trial,
that anybody's
never.
ever really heard of. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Being done for it.
And that's why the newscaster guy, he was kind of skeptical too, because he was like, "Are you serious?" And the guy was telling him, "No, it's true. We just did it right now, like not too long ago at 5:06 a.m. of yesterday morning or this morning." He said, and an hour ago, he said we just posted it on our accounts, on our Twitter accounts and social media, so that everyone can know that we already have the cure, and we want to make sure that all the scientists in the scientific community, start spreading the word and say, "Hey, we have that."
It's Sogliga, right? SOCLIGA.
I can go back. I actually posted it on my wall on Facebook so that people can actually say, "Hey, okay, calm down,"
Yeah, I believe it's Sogliga or something like that.
So yeah,
Sogliga?
Yeah, Sogliga. Yeah.
You want to put it on there, Mingo?
The president has the authority to authorize the use of air. It's also buying us time to figure out how to treat the coronavirus.
You want to put that on there?
Yeah.
Mine has the that, what do you call it?
We don't have the little plug, the extra plug on for the iPhone.
For the iPhone.
Oh.
No, Milo's got it. My other son's got it.
Wait, there's an iPhone thing right there.
I think that's the charge, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the charger.
Oh, okay.
Should I put it up to the speaker, see if you can hear
Yeah,
it?
you can put it up to the mic. Yeah.
Cool. Let me see. So this is from Fox News. Let's go ahead and push that.
This is a country of science, and we will defeat this at some point. The sooner the better. Fortunately, there's some good news to report tonight on that front. Early evidence suggests that chloroquine, that's a cheap anti-malaria drug, may be effective in treating coronavirus. Gregory Regano is an advisor of the Stanford University School of Medicine, and he joins us tonight. Mr. Regano, thanks so much for coming on. So tell us what this is and why you think it's promising, please.
So the president has the authority to authorize the use of hydroxychloroquine against coronavirus immediately. He has cut more red tape at the FDA than any other president in history. And for example, in 2017, a new drug was approved for muscular dystrophy that for a clinical trial that enrolled less than 15 patients and was generally uncontrolled in an open setting. Hydroxychloroquine has been on the market for over 50 years with a quality safety profile. And I'm here to report that as of this morning, about 5 o'clock this morning, a well-controlled, peer-reviewed study carried out by the most eminent infectious disease specialist in the world, Didier Raoult, MD, PhD, out of the south of France, in which he enrolled 40 patients, again, a well-controlled, peer-reviewed study that showed a 100% cure rate against coronavirus. The study was released this morning on my Twitter account, Regano ESQ, as well as our most recent website, covidtrial.io. The study was recently accepted to the International Journal of Antimicrobial Agents by Elsevier.
So I got his last name all screwed up. It's
Solano.
I don't know, whatever. But there you go. They do have what they're considering a cure at this point.
Yeah.
It's been tested. They're just hoping that the president will push it through.
Yeah, and I'm hoping he does too, dude, because that'll help a lot of people out right now.
Yeah. Well, and then right now that he passed the what was it, the War Act, to make production. He can call on companies here in the U.S. to increase production.
Oh yeah.
Of certain necessary items like all the respiratory machines and things that the hospitals are lacking right now. He can call for martial law. To be able to make sure that people aren't, doing the crap that they're doing now.
Yeah, hoarding all the stuff.
As a matter of fact, in San Diego, they arrested 8 people that had gone around and bought up wipes and toilet paper and sanitary stuff, and were price gouging online, and they were arrested for doing that during an emergency.
Yeah, fucking assholes, dude. People, I don't know, dude. I don't wish ill will on anybody, but damn, dude,
those guys,
dude, it's like they deserve what's coming to them. Exactly. There was a couple that was doing it here in the Valley. My friend posted it on Facebook also, that they were going around all the Costco's and buying all the sanitary wipes by the bulk and all the toilet papers and everything, and they were selling it on Amazon for like quadruple the price, for profit. And that's some fucked up shit, dude.
And I'll tell you what, dude, if in fact, like Amazon allowed that to happen and eBay allowed that to happen, shame on them.
Yeah.
Because they get a portion of that sale, but that's not the right thing to do. Yeah. Now is the time for you as a big conglomerate, as a big machine, to be able to say, hey, you know what? This is where your boy Jeff Bezos should say, hey, you know what? I've made a shit ton of money already. Yeah. I don't need your piddly, piss poor shit on here trying to screw people in the case of emergency.
Yeah. Yeah, and some people are buying, what you usually pay for, like a 10-pack or a 20-pack of roll of toilet paper. Like, what is it, like $10 maybe, $8? I don't know what the price is for a 10-pack or whatever. But people are
$17, dude.
Oh yeah, that's expensive. Well, because my roommate's daughter's friend said that some lady was selling them for $100. For like the 10 or 15 pack or something like that. I was like, dude, come on, serious?
Well, there was a car place in town that was doing what, Sebastian?
That if you bought a car, you got a pack of toilet paper.
No fucking way.
How crazy is that, dude?
That's some fucked up shit, dude. So I know who took all the toilet paper.
Because you're gonna shit when you see your car payment. So that, you know?
Here, hold on. I saw a meme just now that I thought everybody would like. My liberal friends, when those $1,000 Trump checks start showing up, you send yours back. Remember, he's not your president.
That's true, dude. Holy shit.
That's the other thing. I can't believe that he was willing to do that.
Shit, huh?
And
I give him praise, Mingo, for that. That's good stuff, hey?
Wow.
Helps people out. Hey, it's true. I mean, if you do something good, you give props. So you got to do what you got to do, man. And if he's doing that, that's awesome.
That was probably the first civil thing that I think that
Hitler gave a lot of German people jobs.
Yeah, right?
There's devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Let me take what you said and make it worse.
Right? So it's nice. And they're saying that, it could be for the rich people aren't going to get it. People can get, even children under the age of 13 are going to be getting a check, or under the age of 18, are going to be getting a check.
Oh, shit, really?
And they're looking at like people that made
Looks
under
like I'm buying another guitar.
People that made yeah, right? Shit. People that made under 100,000 are going to get up to I think they said 3,000 or something like that.
Oh shit!
Wow.
So they're sending out. I mean, they're sending out good checks. It's not like, and they'll be out on the 6th. But what's going to be the cost of that check? You know what I mean? Like,
who's paying for that?
Well, they were talking about it. They were talking about it first that Trump wants to do away with taxes, your income taxes, for until the end of the year or whatever, right?
Okay.
But that's going to be his way to get rid of Social Security, because now you're not contributing to it. There's no more Social Security.
So you think he's got an agenda behind them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If there's an A, there's a B and a C.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw a meme too that said
every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Exactly.
I saw a meme where it says how convenient where the impeachment was supposed to come in and everything was on spotlight on him. All of a sudden we got this huge virus that just came out. You know what I mean?
Right. And nobody's talking about anything else.
Just all
nobody.
That's it.
Bernie Sanders and Biden's buried now and how well they were doing. Nobody knows anything about how the Democrats are. Like, nobody. It's there.
Yeah.
People are lightly reporting on it, and then, coronavirus. You know what I mean? Like,
that's consuming everybody right now. Dude.
Right. I mean, yesterday I went on Yahoo, and I went from top to bottom of the fucking page, and there must have been like 3 stories that were not involved with the coronavirus. And the scary part is they were all different doctors, and they were all telling you what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what you should hoard, what you shouldn't hoard. What are you going to do with the shit when the shit's over? Like, all these different things, right?
Yeah.
And I started thinking, and I'm like, you know what? All of these guys, yes, they're doctors, and I've always said, you know what? Doctors are very they're guessers. Yeah. They don't really know the answer, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But they're educated guessers.
Yeah.
Right? So that's where they have the upper arm for you, or upper hand on you. But
new saying, upper arm.
Upper arm. Right here, right on the shoulder, they got you. But that's where they have the upper hand on you, is that they do have that piece of education. But do they? If this is so brand new, how do you think that you are the one that has the answers?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What collective part of the of the medical community have you been involved with to figure out what's really happening with this virus and how it should be dealt with?
Yeah.
Why do you feel compelled that you should be able to write an article about what we should be doing?
Yeah. And like you were saying earlier on Yahoo, that there's thousands of those right now all over the place. And you said there was nothing good at all on there.
Everything that was on there was negative and worst case scenario, 18 million people are going to die and blah 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 and look out for this and don't do that. And dude, it's basically telling you don't do anything because you're going to get it and you're going to die.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I mean? And that's not cool. That's not what all this is all about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they forget, a lot of the thing and what gets lost in the message, and this has been my big argument with the girl that's on the radio show with me or with us, is it's not about the death value of what the virus is.
Yeah.
That's not what it is. That's not why this is such a big concern and why they're trying to do so much to stop it, slow it down, whatever it is that they're trying to do. It has nothing to do with that. The problem is how fast it spreads.
Yeah.
And that we are not prepared for something that visceral to come in so quickly and take away and use up all of everything that we have
in such a short amount of time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then everybody's scrambling to
panicking.
Right.
Yeah,
that's what sets in the panic.
Yeah. And because of social media, the fact that we have, access to everything now from the internet, it gives it a lot more, gas. You know what I mean, Mingo?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? It gives it more gas for and it just, people are just spreading like, oh my God, all this and all corona. And I'm sick and tired, dude. Like, seriously, every freaking morning corona this, corona, midday, lunch, during lunch, corona, before I go to sleep, corona. I'm like, oh,
well,
shit.
And when you check your emails, you have a bunch of emails from big companies saying, here's what we're doing.
Yeah, I got a message from Geico.
Right, because
Geico.
I got TurboTax, all the food delivery companies.
Because all these companies want to be praised for doing what they should be doing.
Which is taking
Just
care
fuck
of
off and do it. Yeah, dude. Why do I need to pat you on the back for shit you should be doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stop trying to take advantage of the people and do the right fucking thing.
Yeah.
Well, it could be a way to just get out the fact that they're changing hours and policies and all that kind of stuff.
Well, yes, but sometimes, like, it's like when somebody tells you, the perfect part was fucking. The perfect person that did this shit was Chris Rock. Yeah. He did a bit about this one time where he was talking about where guys were talking, I pay child support. Well, what, do you want a fucking cookie? That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've never been in jail. Well, you shouldn't be in jail. What do you want fucking praise for?
The pat on the back you get for not going to jail is being out of fucking jail.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, that's good. That means you follow directions. You do shit the right way.
Yeah.
You're not a jackass. Congratulations.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
I like that. You're not a jackass.
It should be the same thing with companies. It should be like, we can't say the name of our company, but our company has really stepped up in a great way in a short time and has really done what they can to help out our fellow employees. Yeah. Right? And it's very, you don't find that it's very uncharacteristic for most companies, and it's really great that they do follow their culture of being a family,
family oriented,
right?
Company. Yeah.
So, all these but they're not out in the open and out in the media talking about what they're doing for us. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, no, they're keeping it to themselves and to us.
Because that's the way it should be. Yeah. Because that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, they don't want praise. They don't want people patting them on the back.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
And it should be like that, Mingo. You're right.
Exactly. That's the way. That's the way it should be.
Yeah. You don't have to go ask. It's like doing someone a favor and say, "Hey, I did you that favor."
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
but like, a lot more people are willing to. Hey, what do I get out of it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What's in it for me?
Yeah.
Looking for praise.
And that's.
And I got to give it to them for that, Mingo. You're absolutely 100% right. Like I always tell you, if there's praise to be given when it's due, this company did their part, and they did it from one day to the next. Once they find out what's going on, boom, hey guys, I'll tell you what, here's your child care information. We're gonna give you money for that. You know, we're gonna give you, you know, your bonuses, like without even question. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're like, damn, dude, I honestly wasn't expecting that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, I told you that when that came down from like the senior vice president of the company or whatever, I felt compelled to write back to her and say, hey, you know what? It's amazing that the company's doing this for you or doing this for us. You know, we really appreciate it in this, you know, unprecedented time that we're living in and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
And
that was awesome, dude, that you did that.
And it's really interesting because there's so many different sides to this whole fucking virus thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like you have the people that are out there that are going to the fucking grocery store every day, standing in line trying to get toilet paper and water and some of the essentials, maybe more than they need, but they want to get it because they're compelled and they're fearful of everything, and that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
Then you have the people that are panicky, that don't do shit, and just want to sit and panic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's no more eggs. Oh my God, there's no more this. Oh look, all the beans are gone. Like, yeah, but the company's not going to fucking shut down because the shelves are empty today. Yeah. They're calling their company, hey, dude, we're fucking bring some more shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And how you were saying, and one of the things that I do praise Trump for doing is telling people, please do not hoard don't go in there and fucking hoard everything. You know, get what you need, it's fine, but think for your fellow neighbor, your fellow, you know, your family members, you know, the people that you know around your neighborhood,
old folks down the street.
Yeah, don't be dickheads, dude. If you have a neighbor that's an elderly neighbor and can't get to the store by themselves or shouldn't be out in public because they're fucking, go next door and ask them, hey, I'm going to the store today. Is there anything you need? I know you probably can't go out.
Yeah, exactly.
Or take some of the shit that you bought and give it to them.
Yep.
Or here's some toilet paper alternatives: banana peels, artichoke leaves, kale leaves, and tortillas.
Hey, you better not,
tortillas.
But not corn, because you'll finger yourself.
Holy shit!
Right?
That should rip right through.
Nah, dude, you take all the corn off the cob and then you use it like a rasp.
Jesus.
Like a loofah.
Yeah, a loofah for your culo. Hey, but don't trip, dude. I bought you a bidet too. We're good. I ordered 2 of them the other day.
I'm gonna spray you in the face. I don't want no.
Don't say that, dude. That's just fucking wrong.
Well, that's how I feel.
Oh shit, dude. Hey, bidets are a good idea, Mingo.
The only problem is it's gonna be when it's cold. Ouch!
Yeah, dude.
Icicles in the culo.
You're nice and warm. You get up to go to the bathroom and then boosh.
You're right. Wake you right the fuck up. But gonna be better than coffee.
Cold spritz and the brown starfish.
Right? And it gets you in the eye that stinks, not the eye that winks.
Well, that puts a whole new spin on one in the stink.
Right?
Oh my god. You guys can keep rolling with that.
Oh yeah, we're all day long, dude. We got them. We got them.
We got a buttload.
Yep. We got a schload.
Oh my god.
Well, I don't know about that one.
Oh my goodness.
But hopefully this thing will, blow over and it'll all be done. Like already today, I feel like it's already started to slow down where people
Please
aren't talking
knock on
about
fucking wood.
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
All 3 of us did that.
But on the other side of it, let me complete my thought there that we were talking about. You have the people that are really, really scared and going out and buying stuff. Yeah. The people that are really, really scared not doing shit. Yeah. And then you have the people that are like,
like whatever.
We'll deal with whatever comes.
Like today, we had to put up our, where we work, we had to put up stanchions out in front of so that we have the 6 foot
reach from people.
Yeah, the 6 foot boundary, or what is that shit called? They're calling
the safe space, the no man's land. What do you want?
Yeah, no, you're right. The boundary.
No. But they're calling
the taint.
it. No.
Because ain't nobody gonna be 6 feet close to you.
Yeah, taint nobody getting that close.
Yep, there you go.
The taint space. Then fuck it. That's what we're gonna call it.
The taint space.
Woo! I made something happen.
So we had to put up barriers, and people are coming in and they're like, "There's 3 lines, dude. Are you really that fucking confused when you walk in? Like, walk up to. Don't try to." Like people were walking up
and going crazy about it,
and pushing with their belly on the line to get closer to the. Hey, fucker, you got to stay back there.
Yeah,
it's not that I'm scared. There's a fucking note on the door from the governor telling you to stay the fuck back.
Yeah.
I know some people were fucking pushing it. Dude.
He's like, geez, almighty, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Like, look, there's certain things that are put in place to keep everyone safe. Yeah. Yes, you know what? If you're a Christian and you're a Catholic and you believe that your time is going to be when it's supposed to be, and it's already written, and God's put it in whatever.
Then please go out.
That's cool with you. Do you.
Yeah.
Do you. But at the same time, you need to respect my boundaries. You need to respect what we believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need to respect what the law is being put out.
Yeah.
If you don't care and you want to continue to live your life the way you do without any fear of the virus, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time,
else.
don't forget there's another part of that book that says that the Lord will help those that help themselves. And I'm helping myself by putting up that 6-foot barrier because I don't need you breathing on me. I don't want you licking your cash before you give it to me.
Yeah.
I don't want you coughing in my face.
I don't want you picking your boogers while you're talking to me. I saw some guy was doing that today too.
Oh yeah, dude.
I was like, oh man, really? You're gonna be poking your nose as we were talking about the situation with the virus?
No way.
Yeah, I swear to God, dude. And I was just sitting there. I'm like, really, dude? He's gonna be like, yeah. So what do you think? And he just start digging in his freaking nose. I'm like, really, dude? Thank God he already gave me the money, but
I think you should leave. That's what I think.
Fucking rolled it up and flicked it. I probably think. I know, dude.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to be done with it all. I'm ready to start going back to restaurants and actually being able to sit in them, not just going through the drive-through.
I was like, wait, you worked at a restaurant?
Yeah, right. You have a part-time gig. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I want to be able to go eat and sit down and relax. I went to the restaurant today to pick up some breakfast, and they only were doing the pickup orders and takeouts and stuff like that, dude. But they have the chairs on the tables and everything.
It's crazy. And then DoorDash too, if you want, they have the no contact or
no contact deliveries.
What does that mean?
Don't leave it on your doorstep.
And that's it?
They'll ring the doorbell and you come out and get it.
And you'll see them walking away from your door.
Oh shit, dude.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, they closed my gym today, so now I have to do like workouts at home.
Fuck, they closed my gym like fucking 48 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, what are you gonna do now? Like you go every morning, every other morning?
I used to go every morning, dude. I love going to the gym. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like, it helps me build. I feel like it helps me build my immune system. It keeps me healthy. And that's one of the things that I do recommend everybody to do is, just try to be at home. And if you're gonna be home, don't forget about doing home workouts. Warm up your body, make sure that you're strong. You work on your immune system because that's what's gonna get you through the day, dude. You know what I mean? That you keep strong, you keep moving, you keep circulating your blood.
Sleep also kills time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but you said warm up, dude. Come on, I'm gonna go back to fucking zombie land and tell you, hey, dude, does the lion warm up before he attacks and catches the gazelle?
Fuck no.
Hell no.
He's already warmed up.
The fuck I need to warm up for? I'm good. I'm like the lion.
You are not a fucking lion.
Nope. Nor am I a gazelle. I'm more like the fucking warthog. I know. I get it. Look in the mirror.
Yeah, dude. I honestly, dude, I love going to the gym, and I feel like this is gonna take a toll on me too. And yeah, but you know what? The only good side about this that I feel like it's gonna make me a little bit more stricter on my diet then, because I can't really not even really eat shit. I got to be more strict now.
Well, I mean, if you're quarantined, you're only going to be able to eat what you have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Luckily for me, I bought like a bunch of just chicken and steak, stuff that I can just grill and
Steak.
Oh shit, we bought a bunch of cookies and chocolate and ice creams, and
I bought like 2
non-perishables
5-pound bags of broccoli. I bought all kinds of garbage.
There's us, then there's Manny.
yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what, the one thing I did buy, and I bought a lot of this shit, was the ramen noodles.
I couldn't find any the other day.
At the 99-cent stores, they're packed.
Really? I'm gonna go find some.
Yeah, dude. I bought a bunch of them there. And they're 5 for 99 cents at the dollar store.
But I tell you what.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have said that.
plenty of guns and ammo is what we got. So
Now, why do you gotta go and tell people that shit?
Because if they want to come get some, they can. You know what I mean?
It's better that we surprise them with it.
Shit, dude. No, it's good though.
Some dumb motherfucker comes knocking on the wrong door.
Yeah.
Right?
Bow.
And that's the other thing too, Mingo, that we need to talk about is that some fucking people are going into people's houses and starting to rob people.
Already?
Yeah, dude. It's all over the place. Oh, and here's the thing that you guys need to watch out for is that they're dressed up as utility people, like the gas, the electricity, the water, and they're telling you bullshit stories like, oh, we're here to, check out your meter, or we're here to check your meter on your gas or whatever. And then they kick the door open and they rub you at gunpoint. It's been all over Facebook today too.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
I'm glad I keep weapons stashed in my room.
Yeah, dude.
I literally.
But how foul of humanity is that? Like we're like.
Well, that's why I love The Walking Dead, like we all do, dude. because it does truly show how people would act in those type of situations.
Yeah, that true breakdown.
It might be played up a little bit, but
it's there.
Yeah,
it's there, dude.
If we're that far, if we're 2 years into it, people are stealing shit from people. They have big enough groups to rush an army. Like,
yeah.
Well, look how quick, dude. Literally, like, I think literally within a week, when the shit really started to spread,
right?
Everything was gone in like 2 days.
Yeah.
From the stores, and that's just because of fear from like a flu-like virus. If shit really hits the fan, you cannot even imagine how people are going to.
This should be really, really eye-opening to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh yeah. Dude.
Like, I was asking my son today. I texted him. I said, because my younger son's a really picky eater.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, dude, if I go to the store and I buy, soups. What kind of soup do you want? What kind of canned soup? I don't know. I've never really eaten canned soup. I don't know. So I'm down with Top Ramen though. Bitch, I can't find Top Ramen. What kind of soup do you want? You know what I'm saying?
Just get him chicken noodle.
Because once shit goes sideways, I mean, the kid only weighs like 45 pounds. You know what I mean?
65 wet.
Like, yeah, dude. If shit goes sideways, he's really not gonna have anything to eat.
So he's super picky.
Yeah, and then he's gonna be bitching at it. I hope he goes to his friend's house and they put a quarantine on there. Because you can stay there.
Yeah, it still has the potential to go sideways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Because yes, you know what, Trump's gonna send this stuff out, but people are gonna get upset about how much they get or didn't get when they find out how much their neighbor got.
You talking about the money?
That's why it's like at work. You don't discuss how much you get paid with your coworkers.
Yeah. Come on. That shit going to be all over TikTok. It's going to be all over Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, but we're not that fucking stupid.
No, we're not.
You have TikTok, so I can't speak for you.
Well, I've never posted anything on there. I just
You've talked about wanting to make videos, though. You talked about it yesterday.
Yeah, we should. We're talking about it again today.
I wanted to stab you when I heard you say that.
But you're saying, no, this money that they're giving us, it's a one-time thing.
Oh, yeah, it's a one-time stimulus package. Oh, okay. It's just to make...
It's going to stimulate me.
Yeah. It's just...
Stimulate package?
Yeah, it's just so that, the economy doesn't totally take a shit like they think it's going to if people have to get laid off and people have to blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But this guy just announced this shit an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago at this point.
Yeah.
So checks aren't even fucking cut yet. So that might cut the checks out if they have a cure.
That's true, too.
You know what I mean? Son of a bitch. I already spent the money.
Yeah, me too.
At least
in my head.
Yeah, I've spent that shit like 4 times in my head already.
I was thinking of rims and...
Yeah, you know what I mean? Say, fuck, if I got 1,000, I can spend 2, and then I could,
Yeah.
Always, dude. If I got $5, I'm going to spend 10.
Yeah, that's true, dude.
Just the way I am. Always been like that.
But I hope that this, and if it's true about this cure, dude, and I just hope that this really kind of educates people and opens some eyes, because what you just showed me earlier, dude, in China, the shit that you just showed me, dude, holy fuck, dude. I can take a lot of shit watching videos and stuff like that, dude. That shit made my stomach sick, dude.
So there's this video floating around on Facebook, and it's of the Wuhan market.
Yeah,
their marketplace where they have the largest exotic food swap meet, I guess, kind of thing, in the world.
Yeah,
and it's not held on pavement; it's on dirt.
Yeah,
there's no they have piles and piles of pythons that they've lobbed the head off. Yeah. They're dead, waiting for somebody to come by. Nothing's on ice. Yeah, they have rats and bats. They have bats on that are skewered through their anus. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Coming out of their mouths.
Right, and the sticks coming out of their mouth, and they're cooking them with a blowtorch.
With a blowtorch. Yeah.
And that's how they're cooking. That's how they cook that, and they cook the rats like that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in the market, they have dogs, and they're live, and they'll kill them for you there. Yeah. Wow. Cats, and they'll kill them for you there. Yep. Like you're walking, and they're doing it in the market where people are walking through.
They're stepping on blood all over.
Yeah, there's blood all over the place, and people are just people get to walk up to the meat that they're looking at, and just manhandle it.
And touch it and feel
touch it and see if it's the slice they want, or they walk away.
And you wonder why a viral outbreak happened there.
Right,
dude, yeah, dude, that's just nasty.
And again, there's like I believe, if I remember correctly, I heard somewhere like a snake, you got to eat it within like 2 hours, or the meat starts going bad already.
Yeah.
There's certain pork, like if you hit a warthog or a hog, you have just a certain amount of time before before it starts going bad too, the meat.
Yeah.
And you got to know how to clean it, or if you hit a certain part, it taints the meat.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And they're they have dogs, they had rats, they had
Cats.
all kinds of shit on the same table, like
exotic animals, dude. I saw a video where they showed a list of the exotic animals: camel, ostrich, the virus that came from this weird animal. This is where I forgot what it looks like, a freaking armadillo almost. It's weird. They had zebra, horse, like every type of animal that you can think of, they have it at those wet markets. And the problem with that is that they're cross-contaminating.
right.
So that means that a chicken can touch the zebra, and the zebra can touch the snake can touch the cat. And if think about all the mixes of blood and urine and feces, and then people are just going there and buying that meat and just eating it.
Well, and think about how many people touch it, looking at it, and then go to another place without
washing their hands,
right, or hand sanitizer or anything else. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't get it, dude. I don't get how someone in there, because when we were watching that video, there was children, there was kids with their families, and you just like walking around like if it was like a fucking swap meet. You know what I mean?
And it looks like third world country bullshit, right?
Yeah, it does.
And most of these people are walking around dressed like some Americans, but there's also some people that are really like, that was dressed nice. There was a lady that was walking around with this Gucci handbag, right? Like, she's pulling out money to buy a rat on a stick, and I'm just like, holy shit! Like, what's really going on?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't imagine that. Like, I know I've been to the wharf there in the fish market there in San Francisco.
Okay.
And I don't like the smell of fish.
Yeah.
And that smell is so overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I remember growing up there in Coachella, there was a market there on the end of Baghdad that you would walk in, and it's not that the meat wasn't fresh; it was just that it wasn't cool enough in there.
Yeah.
And the smell of the blood and the meat was so strong when you walk in there.
Yeah.
Get to the asco. You know what I mean? It makes you gag. You feel it at the back of your throat. I can't imagine
the smell there.
The smell of that fucking market.
Oh yeah, dude. And you're talking because there's shit, there's blood, there's urine, and people are just walking on it like no big fucking deal, dude.
Not to mention the smell of armpit from all the little sweaty Asian people that are working there.
Oh yeah.
I give a fuck if you get mad.
Yeah, dude. You a dirty
Sweatshop.
It's just
it is
foul.
It is what it is, dude. It's nasty. It's fucking nasty, dude. And I get it because I was watching this documentary on YouTube, and it showed that I don't know, fucking 1900s or whatever, when the Chinese government people were complaining because they were starving. It was like a famine going on,
right?
And they were doing like farming, like animal farming, and then the government came in and shut it down, right? And then people were like getting they were dying like crazy. So there was a thing where the government said, okay, well, a certain area of China was actually doing okay with doing the animal farming,
right?
And they were actually processing that meat to like mainland China, for like this little section of China, was giving it to the mass majority of China. And so the people were actually starting to, get better, and they were doing okay. So the Chinese government said, okay, you know what, we're going to go ahead and legalize that farming again. But what happened was, since they allowed that to happen, it led like a loophole for illegal, animal transfers. You know what I mean? Because China's a huge place, and there's the what do you call it? The borders all over the place,
Right.
So they were allowing exotic animals to come in because obviously overpopulation was overwhelming where the meat source was coming.
Right.
So the government said, okay, since we can't feed everybody, we're gonna go ahead and allow you guys to farm these animals. But they obviously, like I said, left that loophole, and so they were bringing exotic animals from different types of different countries come in so that they can use that meat so that they can
supplement
feed the people, and that's what led to these crazy wet markets. You know what I mean? But they need to shut that shit down. They need to shut that shit down.
But
That's
you know
nasty.
what? You look at that shit, and you see the wet market there in Wuhan, China, or whatever. How different is that from how we house our cows and how poultry is treated and how pigs are done here in the U.S.?
I've seen those documentaries too, dude. And at one point, I was thinking of going to vegetarian or vegan or however you want to fucking call it, because those videos are fucking gross, dude. How they treat the animals, dude, at those farmhouses, it's just sickening to me, dude.
But think about it, dude. How many animals? Here's the fucked up part, right? Is that they have to grow them with so many hormones, right?
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of these, like, you'll see that the cows have these big fucking cysts on them.
Yeah.
And they have to go and they have to empty them like the pimple doctor does on TV,
Dr.
right?
Pimple popper.
Yeah. And they're milking these big masses on the side of a cow, right?
Yeah.
And they're milking them and they're doing all this, but they put all these fucking hormones. How many cows and how many fucking pigs and chickens do they have to kill on a daily basis to maintain all of the United States?
Well, that's why they put all that shit in the foods,
because they have to
last longer.
Well, and it has to not only that, but it makes them grow. It makes them grow faster,
plumps them up,
so that they can. Yeah, dude. Like how fucked up are we?
Well, they have to put hormones in the cow to make it feel like it's pregnant, so that it makes milk.
That too. It's just like when a woman takes her pill to. No, it's not the same. I'm not calling you a cow. Relax.
I was gonna say okay,
but it's like it's the same kind of thing though, because you're tricking the cow, just like a woman's tricking her body
to produce hormones, to produce milk.
Right.
Yeah.
Or to keep her from getting pregnant. The women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
because anybody else can get pregnant besides a woman.
Yeah, cows can't.
Okay,
fucking
smart ass.
Dude.
But yeah, I mean, it's just all these things that take place behind the scenes and that we forget to think about or don't even think about.
Yeah, because we're not there looking at that shit.
Right, that could cause this kind of shit too.
Yeah, it can.
I mean, look at mad cow disease. Everybody was worried about that back in the day too.
Yeah, and it happened to a lot of people. They ate that shit and they were fucking going cuckoo. Goo goo gaga. During the, I don't know if you remember back in the day too, because Jack in the Box had a contract with, I forgot what cow meat market, whatever that shit was, and those cows had the mad cow disease, so they were selling that meat to Jack in the Box, and Jack in the Box, like a lot of the Jack in the Boxes in the country, were serving that meat, and people were fucking getting sick. And they were fucking going to the hospital. Some people died because of it. And at one point in time, Jack in the Box was going to go bankrupt because of the meat that they were trying to sell.
Yeah, I remember we talked about this before, and I remember saying that they were on the brink of going bankrupt. Yeah. And then somebody else bought them, or I think they were bought out by Carl's Jr.'s, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Somebody helped them out. Somebody bought that chain.
Yeah.
And
changed their policies,
changed the meat, and then they got that fucking marketing company, and
blew it out of the
again, whoever that fucking marketing company that came up with that goddamn cops commercial scenario, fucking genius.
Yeah, set them back on the map, dude.
Yeah, dude,
and they're still around.
Yeah. So why are you running away, man? I just want you to taste my burger. You're fucking great, bro. Dude. Like, it's a great commercial.
But I was telling my roommate yesterday, because we went to San Pedro, and I was telling my roommate yesterday when we were coming back, and we were just driving because we were thinking about all kinds of shit. And I told her, because we were just quiet, and she was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, look, I'm thinking about everything that's going on right now in the world. Mother Nature Earth is alive. It's a living organism. And we treat it like shit, Mingo. Like, we treat this world like shit, right?
Right.
And eventually, it's going to try to shrug it off. You know what I mean? It's like we're the virus. You know what I mean? And Mother Nature's like trying to shake us off and say, hey, stop treating me like shit. Or otherwise, this is a taste of what things to come. That's how I feel. You know what I mean?
Well, I think you're right. And I think a lot of it is, they go and they do all this fucking fracking and they do
fracking.
They suck all the oil out of the earth. And it's like, it's like anything else. Do you remember I told you, like, your body is like a car engine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to be able to feed it, just like you got to give it gas. You got to be able to check the oil as your blood and blah blah blah. Yeah. Same with the earth. The oil
supposed to stay in there.
Yeah, to make all the pieces inside move.
Yeah.
Keep the earth inside, all the tectonic plates and all that shit lubricated and where they're supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You stop doing that shit, you suck it all out, it's going to come to a grinding halt.
Yeah.
Or it's going to overheat like they're telling you that the world is doing now. It's getting hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop taking all the fucking nutrients out of it.
Yeah, dude. And soil right now, it's not a nutrient rich anymore. It's literally, I think, I'm trying to remember what a percentage it was, but it was very, very low. So that's why fruits and vegetables nowadays doesn't have the nutrients that we need to consume, that Mother Nature gave us.
And it doesn't taste the same. It's not as sweet. It doesn't last as long.
Nope. And that's why they have all these pesticides and preservatives and all the shit that they're putting in the vegetables, also in the fruits and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There was a movie called The Core. It was a sci-fi movie. And it's basically not necessarily about that, but it's basically about how we stop the core of the earth from spinning.
Right.
And it caused mayhem on the planet, because if the core of the earth stops spinning, you're talking about our ozone's gone. You're talking about electrical storms. You're talking about, the sun rays just beaming right through and just literally melting us to pieces.
Well, wouldn't that cause some sort of problem with the magnetic pull and all that too, right?
Yep. The movie's pretty good in theory, because they showed how humans can actually make that happen. You know what I mean? So if you guys haven't seen it, I recommend you guys watch it, especially how we're treating the earth right now, dude. Serious shit. Especially with all the fracking that's been going on. How much more can we pull out of
frackers? Well, you saw that one coming, right?
I almost said it, but I decided against it.
All right. I'm here for you, son. I'm going to say it for you.
You shouldn't have.
But seriously, Mingo, I am hoping that this is a big eye-opener. Here's the thing, if this cure is real and helps people out, I just hope people realize, like, oh shit, we're fucking up somewhere. We need to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a small percentage of people that realize what's going on and adhere to that and complete that thought process. But I think there's gonna be a lot more people that say, "See, I fucking told you, no big deal."
Yeah.
And continue on with life.
Yeah, and reopen these wet markets for something worse to happen.
Yep, pretty much. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us today. It was another show for us. A great show. We hope you liked it. Go on to Mingo's Madhouse at yahoo.com. Let us know what you'd like to talk about. Sebastian's going to tell you where you can find us.
A lot of places. For example, YouTube. We're on the channel Madhouse Radio. I've got a nice little playlist made up for you, so you can watch them all. We're also on Spreaker. Follow us there, like all the podcasts. Download them. We're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Deezer, Podchaser, and Podcast Addict.
Nice.
Good job.
Oh, shit, dude. I don't know how you remember all that shit.
Because we watched it day after day for several days, trying to wait for all of them to pop up, huh?
Yep, exactly.
Cool. Any final words, Sebastian?
Bye.
Final words, Manny?
Just stay clean. If you feel sick, don't go to the hospital. Like they said, the doctors are staying in the hospitals for you. Stay at home for them.
My final words: act right.
Yeah.
Wash your hands and act right. Do the right thing. That's what this time's all about right now. Do the right thing. All right, man. Check you guys out.